Well, wasn't expecting to see you here. Just kidding, this video is for everyone. Hello everyone, including you, yes you. I wanted to do just a little roundup, casual sort of video to talk about how this year was, how the next year will be, my thoughts, positive, negative, everything in between, and share it with you guys, and for myself to reflect on in the future, because, I don't know, I think journaling, whatever this is, I think that's important. I think it's good to write things down, and so you can see later and do a healthy comparison of comparing to your past self, because that's really the only comparison you should do, right? Don't compare yourself to others. That's a little bit of GetMadz law / GetMadz fact / GetMadz advice. Don't do that. Anyways, let's start off by talking a little bit about everyone's favorite person, me. No, that was a joke. Everyone knows the world's favorite person is Peter Griffin. So channel-wise, I think this year, 2023, you're probably watching this in 2024. Last year, 2023, the past year, I really pushed my existing format of YouTube videos to its max. I think with the software I use, with the systems I use, with the format of content I make, just that whole process of using what I have at my expense, I think I absolutely pushed myself to the absolute limit with my current skill set, both with the Monster Hunter video. I played Monster Hunter for 300 hours. If you haven't seen that video yet, I'm just gonna say it is my favorite video I've made. I do consider it my magnum opus. I love that video. I think it's it took me over like a year and a half, 2 years to make, on and off. So if it wasn't my favorite video, what am I doing? And the second one was my Zelda 100 Days video. Now that video was heavily sponsored. It was like a dedicated video, and I tried my best to make it fun with all of that going in, and I still think it turned out really good. But personally, my favorite definitely is the Monster Hunter video. Just playing with my mates and stuff was really good. But the Zelda video, I think there's so many like golden bits in there, like the Top Gear reference. I think that is like definitely one of my favorites, and everyone who helped work on both of those videos, like Jack and Sophie and everyone, really helped make those projects and all the projects which we posted this year so beautiful. So shout out to all of them, shout out to those guys. And another fact about this year in terms of content, I didn't really change my character design, which is kind of a rare sight for me. Usually people expect me, oh, it's such a meme, but Mads changes his character design. Oh look, he changed. Oh look, his hair's like this now, his eyes are like that now. Oh look, he looks entirely different. Who is this geezer? I didn't really do that this year. I made a few changes, and even recently I changed the eyes to just being completely black, like with no like shine or anything. And really, that doesn't really count. Come on, changing the eye color. But really, the reason I'm doing that stuff in terms of like refining and simplifying the existing one is so I can make it more expressive. And I think that's a really good trade-off to make in terms of simplicity to making like more expression. And I don't know, now I sort of feel excited, where it's a case of, instead of trying to make the perfect design of this or the character, I sort of have a very clear idea of the aesthetic I want to go for, the sort of stylization of how everything will be. And that will not only take place in terms of how the characters are animated, but also the set design, the user interface aspects, like I'm sure you guys were seeing the latest videos, how things look a little bit DSy / Wii, is that a word? And I'm loving it, and I have a lot of crazy cool ideas going forward, which I'm really excited for you guys to see. Like, look at this, I've got a brand new studio. This has only appeared in like 1 or 2 videos. This is pretty nice, right? Jack helping build this. See, I even got a kitchen, but I don't know if I'm showing that on screen right now. You have to wait in case I do a cooking in video games video. Also this year, I launched the Beat Plush, which was my first like merch launch since I hit 100k, did a couple of like random t-shirts. So that was really exciting. I definitely want to do more of that stuff in the future, but I learned a lot with that, because I think I spent so much time trying to make it perfect and spent all the time in the design process instead of the aspect of, you know, doing the marketing side of YouTube and all of that stuff, which I'm terrible at. I'm honestly like, I really got to improve in terms of promoting and packaging and doing all of that malarkey. But regardless, thank you to everyone who bought that. It was an absolute blast to make it with you twos, and now it's like, you know, it was a limited time thing, so if you got it, you got it. I got a couple with me, except for, yeah, I've got like 4 or 5, I think, which is kind of cool, kind of nice, kind of spicy. What else this year? I started posting videos more regularly on this channel, GetMadz, and I'm having kind of a lot of fun with it. Like, I definitely want to do more. I think I'll get onto this later on, but I think I just said I'm gonna get onto this later on, but I'll talk about it now. I think in general, like, I'm a little bit just really inconsistent with my workflow and stuff, and I'm hopefully gonna fix that in the new year. But definitely the periods where I've been consistent on this channel has been really, really, really satisfying, you know, of just like, oh yeah, getting a video out. I think I did like a week or something where I was like posting every other day or every day or something, and it was really, really good and really satisfying, even if it is just, excuse me, like a random meme or something. This channel has just been really good for me to just piss about and have fun, and it's like, it is really gratifying to do that. But that is not the only YouTube channel which I started posting on this year. Check this out, guys.
Team Select, Circle Tunes HD, and GetMadz, Shell Shock, and
I'm an animated.
Post Select, Tricky Kappa. Are you sure? Let's go.
A brand new YouTube channel, Tanuki Lab. It's with me and a couple of my mates. We made this. We've been working on it since like May. This is definitely something which I've been working on for the majority of this year, and I'm really excited to say we finally have the first video out. We're going to be posting every 2 weeks, hopefully, and it's not just me saying that. It's like there's 5 of us, so you better take our word for it. If we don't, you can give us a slap, and I'm really excited for it. Make sure to check out the first video. Let us know what you think. Subscribe, obviously, because it's new. I think, yeah, you should do that, probably. And outside of YouTube and moving more to like IRL-y sort of stuff, this year was fantastic in terms of events. I think we're finally out of the schmovid sort of era now, like 100%. And so I got invited to this Mario party on Mario Day by Nintendo. Went indoor skydiving and went to the Tears of a Kingdom party as well. That was fantastic. That was like such a cool experience, which I'll never forget. Met so many cool people. I probably did my best panels yet at MomoCon and VidCon this year. They were really, really fun, and I think after doing them for the first time in 2022, getting my feet wet now, I'm a little bit more confident in being on stage and hosting and stuff like that. So that was really exciting for me. On a more personal note, I started working out a bit more, getting a bit more exercising. I've started boxing like really consistently now, so I say really consistently for me, a GetMadz consistency, or a little bit better than a GetMadz consistency, because the GetMadz consistency is like, it's that's, those two words do not coexist. I started reading books and just like reading more in general, because I think that's just a healthy habit to do instead of, you know, swiping on doom scrolling on Twitter every day, which I'm trying to avoid. And just, yeah, took steps towards being a better version of myself, both in business, personal, all that sort of malarkey. I've still got a long way to go. I'm not a perfect human, you know, I'm not a machine, but I'm really pleased with, I'm going to pat myself on the back in terms of the progress I have made. Obviously, still got a lot more to do, but thumbs up in that regard. At the same time, though, I kind of want to take a quick shift to talk about stuff I'm a little bit upset with this year, because in no way near, what am I saying? In no essence of a word was this year perfect. There was a lot of things which just wasn't great this year outside of games. I mean, the games we got this year were bloody fantastic. Like, the game industry, pat on the back for those guys. But on a personal note, there definitely was moments in this year which felt a bit wonky, or I just felt like either I had control over or didn't have control over, which I'm not going to get too upset about. I've learnt from them and try to go on from that. But one aspect which I still kick myself for is always to do with YouTube. I think I didn't make enough this year. Like, my main goal for 2023, like when I was making New Year's resolutions, was a rough one, just to post more. And I technically did do that with this channel, and finishing like my magnum opus being the Monster Hunter video and like getting big projects done. But overall, it still wasn't to my standards of what I expected for myself. And maybe I set too high standards. Maybe I definitely don't take into account how long my videos take. And I'm making steps to making the videos being able to be produced easier, but keeping the quality of it, because I don't want to drop quality, you know. Like, the only thing I really want to do is improve quality or refine it, which I think I've been doing both. But it just meant that this year was so wildly inconsistent. At the same time, I've been trying my hardest to be consistent, so it's just been really frustrating in that way. And there's not really anyone I can blame for it except for myself. and my lack of planning and all that stuff. Like, I've tried to plan. I'm not going to keep complaining about this, but it's like, it's just my own issues which I need to overcome in terms of being organized and taking steps towards reaching my goals. But the thing is, me being inconsistent doesn't just affect me. I think it just affects the people around me. And I need to be a lot more aware of that, because I really feel like I let down a lot of people in the community by just not doing the things I either promised, or just not doing the things well enough, or just not doing the things at all which I wanted to do. Like, there were so many events in the Discord which I really wanted to do or be involved in, and I just didn't because of planning and just my own fault. And I think that's let down a lot of people. And same for the Patreon. Like, there is so many ideas and plans and ideas. There's plans and ideas. Yep, there's plans, ideas, activities, events, and a bunch of stuff which I want to do with the Patreon, and I just didn't get around to doing it. And it's like, it sucks. Like, I should have been setting myself even just like an hour to 2 or 3 hours a week to focusing in on that. And I was doing, like, you know, I do it for 6 hours on one day and then not do it for ages, and then do it another 6 hours on another day and then not do it for ages. And it's like, that's not a good way of doing anything, you know? And I think when I break it down, it's mainly because I have these big ideas of what I want the channel to be and what I want just what I do to be. I have a specific vision for it. And because of that, I may make an expectation of myself, and then because I have an expectation, it doesn't get met, or it just becomes too much of a burden, or too much like of an overcast for me to deal with it. And it just ends up piling up over and over again. But saying that, instead of being just all down in the dumps about it, at least it means, at least me talking about this now means I'm at least aware of it, so I can find out what that root source of the issue is and break it down into parts and overcome the hurdles. But I just felt like I wanted to communicate to you guys that I am upset that I didn't do my best this year in terms of for just like every aspect of the channel and the community. Like, I wanted to stream more, I wanted to do all of these things more, but you know, time management is a skill which you have to acquire, and it's something which I need to get better at, and there's a lot of ways for me to get better at it, and I'm looking forward to this next year being better at time management and all that stuff. So let's look into 2024 and some ideas I have, because I have a lot of stuff I want to do in 2024. And you guys, after me just saying all that stuff about how much I struggle with overwhelming myself, you guys are going to hear this and be like, jeez, is he going to post anything this year? Bloody hell, why is he doing all of this stuff? But don't worry, I have a vision. I have a very clear vision. I have a clear vision, so I'll definitely do it, guys. I've got a clear vision. No, but like, seriously, a few things which I really want to do is, first, what I started last year and I haven't really returned to is game design. Proper game design, like learning Godot and coding and all that stuff. And eventually being able to make my own game or have a game engine for videos. I've always thought that's sort of a cool idea, or for streams, like sort of having a playable Madz which runs around doing streams and stuff. I just think that's such a cool idea, and it's definitely like a venture which I want to check out. And of course, alongside that is 3D and 3D modeling. So learning Blender is another huge thing which I want to do. I just think it would add such an extra bit of charm to the channel, having like little 3D scenes and stuff. I don't know if I'd go full 3D. I think I like the way 2D looks, but you know, who knows? There might be a little bit of 3D. And I would say like, oh, and I really want to stream more, and I really want to do this, and I really want to do that. But I think what I really should do, and the first thing I should do within the first week of January, is really plan out my weeks, structure my weeks, like build a foundation of work and community stuff and personal stuff, and just create more of a structured balance for my life, which I can like still be flexible with by changing it each week or going week by week, but having like an overall pace to myself where I'm on track to not let anyone down and not let myself down. And yeah, I don't know, I think that sounds good. Hopefully main thing is just, you know, push forward and do my best, you know, because that's all I can really do. I can really only do my best, and I am doing my best, but I can do my best better with the goals and the learning aspect which I'm doing. Obviously, I just want to learn more as well. Guys, we got to keep learning. We got to learn. Learn. Okay, I'm going to shut up now. I've been rambling for 16 minutes and 45 seconds. It might be a bit shorter because I would have cut out all the ums and ers using Premiere's auto cut feature or whatever it's called. So, yeah, that's cool. Anyways, I hope you guys have a fantastic New Year's, or you had a fantastic New Year's Eve. And I will see you guys in 2024. Oh, see you next year. Whoa, I'm not going to see you tonight.